Welcome to Salad with a Side of Fries. I'm your host, Jen Trepic, talking wellness and weight loss for real life. We're here to clear up the myths, misinformation, bad science, and marketing to teach you how to eat and how to cheat. Are you ready? I'm having salad with a side of fries. So this week we're talking about V8. And it came up recently with clients as they were embarking on detox week. And then I kept seeing commercials for it on TV. Yes, I see commercials sometimes. We can move past that part. Anyway, I was seeing the commercials, clients were bringing it up, and I knew we had to talk about it. So let's start with the marketing, because V8 is sold to us as, a way to get your veggies in. They call it the original plant-powered drink. And that makes us think we should be having it, right? Then another TV spot they had, and there's a bubble on the front of the bottle that also says it's a full serving of vegetables. So they get us, right? They make us think we should have it. But we, as Salad with a Side of Fries listeners, we know that we're not supposed to listen to the marketing and we have to read the label. So let's review those nutrition facts. So an 8-ounce can of V8 has 45 calories. But we know, right, it's not really the calories that we're focusing on. It's what those calories are made of. So we read on. 0 grams of fat, 640 milligrams of sodium, wow, in 8 ounces, 9 grams of total carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 7 grams of sugar, 2 grams of protein, and then it has 40 milligrams of calcium, 470 milligrams of potassium, 180 micrograms of vitamin A, and 72 milligrams of vitamin C. So looking at this for a second, basically those 45 calories are coming in mostly from carbs and salt, right? And salt doesn't really have much caloric value. So really it's those 45 calories of carbohydrates. And with only 2 grams of fiber, and the 7 grams of sugar, we want to look at the ingredients to see if that sugar is that which is naturally occurring in the vegetables or if it's added. So looking at the ingredients, we see it says vegetable juice, and then in parentheses, water and concentrated juices of tomatoes, carrots, celery, beets, parsley, lettuce, watercress, spinach. Then it has salt, natural flavoring, vitamin C, beta carotene, and citric acid. Now, what's interesting actually is that the vitamins that we were getting, right, that we read in those nutrition facts aren't necessarily what's coming from the vegetables, because we see those in the ingredients. Vitamin C, beta carotene is often a precursor to vitamin A, and citric acid. So citric acid is probably in there as a preservative. But so interesting that even the vitamins aren't necessarily what's coming from the vegetables. What we don't see in the ingredients is sugar. So that's good, right? So that means that the sugars that are in there are that which are naturally occurring from the vegetables. But we know that we really want to be eating protein and fiber, right? Protein and fiber at every meal makes removing fat no big deal. So in drinking V8, we're getting mostly carbs, but not even our best source of carbs because it's low in fiber, right? That 2 grams of fiber. Most of the carbs in these vegetables are sugars, in this concentration, right? And when we're eating sugar, we want that to be, even though naturally occurring sugar, but we want that to be accompanied by fiber, protein, or quality fat in order to help blunt the impact of that sugar on our system, right? So the V8 has 0 grams of fat, so it's not helping us manage the sugar there. Less than 1/3 of an ounce of protein, so not really helping us there, and only 2 grams of fiber, which isn't really much at all. Because if you remember back to our reading labels episodes, we're really looking for packaged foods with a minimum of 5 grams of fiber. So remember, protein and fiber at every meal makes you're moving fat, no big deal. We know in that phrase, when we focus on fiber, we're looking at vegetables and sometimes fruit. So if we're choosing V8 to be getting that fiber source, but this is only giving us 2 grams of fiber, it's not really giving us what we're looking for, right? So then I did a comparison. If you had those ingredients, the tomatoes, the carrots, the celery, beets, parsley, lettuce I excluded from my experiment because I didn't know what kind of lettuce they used, then watercress and spinach. Okay, but if we actually ate the whole foods, you would get 11.5 grams of fiber and 7.7 grams of protein, which is about 1 ounce of protein. Now, they do say that this is 1 serving of vegetables in the can. And if you ate all of those vegetables, it would be more than 1 serving. Again, better for us anyway. But even if you had 1 serving of just carrots, you'd be getting 3.8 grams of fiber. And that's, almost twice the V8 and without any of the added sodium. By the way, 640 milligrams of sodium is almost a third of the daily recommended amount of sodium in total, and that we're getting that from 1 8-ounce drink that might be gone in a few seconds. So bottom line, when we're looking for vegetables, our best bet is to eat the whole food for optimal nutritional value and for health and energy, right? We can't rely on those TV commercials or the marketing messages on the front of packages to guide our choices. And thank goodness we know how to read labels. So that's it, my friends, our nutrition nugget on V8. Thank you again to Alicia for joining us for today's episode. As always, everybody, I'm your host, Jen Trepeck. Connect with me on Instagram at Jen Trepeck, JenTrepeck. And frankly, it's that handle everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the places. Send me a message. And you can check out our new website, asaladwithasideoffries.com. I'd love to hear from you. Please share your takeaways, ideas, any questions that you have. This is also the easiest way to learn more about working with me. Of course, if you're not already a member, join our membership program by going to glow.fm/saladwithasideoffries to show your support for this podcast, this community, and your health. Plus, you'll get this week's recipe for the chicken fajita foil packets and the journal prompts from Alicia to help us reach our wellness goals faster. So until next week, everybody, remember that it starts with our mind and our emotions. Start by being, feeling, then do. Take the actions that align with that being, and you can have everything that your heart desires in all aspects of life. Well, friends, that's it for today's episode of Salad with a Side of Fries. Congratulations for making yourself and your health a priority. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to click subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform. Share us with a friend, and we'll be back next week. Always remember, you deserve it, and you are worth it. Happy healthy.